Exclusive. Breaking news just in. It's now official. The Cubs' new star has his debut confirmed, and the excitement among fans has exploded. But before I tell you this massive breaking story, Cubby, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you never miss the latest Chicago Cubs news. Chicago Cubs fans, the wait is finally over. After days of anticipation, speculation, and countless questions about when the team's biggest new addition would take the mound for the first time, the answer has officially arrived. The front office has made its decision, Craig Counsell has confirmed it, and Kevin Gausman now has an official date to make his debut in a Cubs uniform. The announcement has sent shockwaves throughout Major League Baseball and given Cubs fans even more confidence as the team heads into the most important stretch of the season. After all, we're not talking about just any pitcher. We're talking about one of the most experienced starters in baseball, acquired specifically to strengthen the rotation at a time when every single win could shape the franchise's postseason destiny. Kevin Gausman will make his Cubs debut on the night of Friday, August 7th, when Chicago takes on the Kansas City Royals at Ewing M. Kauffman Stadium in Missouri. It will be the first major test for the veteran right-hander and an immediate opportunity to show why the Cubs believed he could become one of the most valuable pieces in their push for the playoffs. However, the announcement also revealed a surprising detail that caught many fans off guard. Many expected Gausman to make his first start against his former team, the Toronto Blue Jays, in what would have been an emotional reunion. Instead, Craig Counsell chose a completely different approach. According to the Cubs manager, the decision was based entirely on Gausman's workload and recovery schedule. The veteran last pitched on Saturday, August 1st, while still with the Blue Jays, earning a victory over the St. Louis Cardinals. Starting him again on Thursday would have interrupted his normal 5-day rest cycle, something the coaching staff had no intention of doing. That decision makes one thing very clear. The Cubs are thinking far beyond just one game. Their priority is keeping Kevin Gausman healthy, rested, and at his absolute best for the remainder of the season, when every game becomes increasingly important. As a result, Counsell handed Thursday's makeup game against Toronto to left-hander David Peterson, allowing Gausman to stay on schedule and make his highly anticipated Cubs debut on Friday against Kansas City. The decision has divided the fan base. Some believe facing the Blue Jays would have been the perfect storyline for an unforgettable debut. Others feel the cautious approach is the right move, especially considering the investment the Cubs made and the importance of managing the veteran's workload throughout the stretch run. No matter which side fans are on, one thing is undeniable. The anticipation surrounding Kevin Gausman's first appearance in a Cubs uniform has never been higher. His arrival represents far more than simply adding another quality arm to the rotation. It sends a powerful message to the rest of Major League Baseball. The Cubs believe they can compete with anyone, and they have no intention of wasting their opportunity to make a deep postseason run. Over the past few months, Chicago has battled injuries, overcome adversity, and found ways to stay in the race despite several challenges. Now, the team welcomes a proven veteran who has the potential to completely transform the balance of the starting rotation. Kevin Gausman brings years of experience, the ability to work deep into games, and a devastating arsenal capable of challenging any lineup in Major League Baseball. That's exactly the type of pitcher Craig Counsell wanted to strengthen this team during the most important part of the season. Beyond his talent on the mound, there's also a psychological impact. Adding a pitcher of Gausman's caliber boosts the confidence of the entire clubhouse, eases the pressure on the rest of the rotation, and gives the coaching staff greater flexibility heading into the crucial weeks ahead. Now all eyes turn to Friday night. Fans everywhere will be watching to see whether Kevin Gausman can live up to the enormous expectations that have surrounded his arrival in Chicago. A dominant debut would mean much more than simply earning another victory. It could mark the beginning of a new chapter for the Cubs, strengthening the team's confidence and bringing them one step closer to their dream of reaching the postseason. Craig Counsell has made it clear that this decision is about the long term. Rather than rushing Gausman into an emotional matchup against Toronto, the Cubs chose the plan they believe gives their newest star the best chance to succeed throughout the remainder of the season. Now all that's left is to wait. The countdown has officially begun, and Cubs fans finally know when they'll see Kevin Gausman take the mound wearing Chicago's colors for the very first time. Now it's your turn, Cubs fans. Do you think Craig Counsell made the right decision by delaying Kevin Gausman's debut, or would you have preferred to see him face the Toronto Blue Jays right away? Yes or no? Leave your answer in the comments and tell me why you feel that way. I always enjoy hearing what Cubs fans think. And if you want to stay one step ahead of all the biggest Chicago Cubs news, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. But while Cubs fans are still celebrating the confirmation of Kevin Gausman's debut and imagining the impact the new addition could have during the most important stretch of the season, another massive story is taking over the Major League Baseball headlines. This time, the spotlight isn't on a blockbuster acquisition. It's on a performance that could completely reshape the race for the National League's most prestigious individual award. Crow Armstrong delivered an absolutely unforgettable performance at Wrigley Field. The young star led the Cubs to a thrilling victory over the Los Angeles Dodgers and convinced many people that we're no longer talking about just another promising prospect. We're talking about a player who could very well finish the season as the National League MVP. What happened during this game caught the attention not only of Cubs fans, but of the entire baseball world. From the very first moment he stepped onto the field, Crow Armstrong carried himself with a different level of confidence. He played with intensity, poise, and remarkable maturity for such a young player. Instead of feeling the pressure of facing a powerhouse like the Dodgers, he seemed energized by the challenge. The bigger the moment, the better he performed. The Dodgers answered every challenge, turning the game into a true battle. The score remained tight for almost the entire night, keeping the tension high throughout Wrigley Field. But these are exactly the moments when superstars rise to the occasion. And Crow Armstrong showed everyone why so many believe he's destined to become one of the new faces of Major League Baseball. Whenever the Cubs needed an answer, he found a way to deliver. When the team needed energy, he provided it. When one clutch play could change everything, he made it happen. And when the entire stadium looked for someone to take control of the game, Crow Armstrong responded like the game's biggest stars always do. The dramatic 7-6 victory over the Los Angeles Dodgers became much more than just another important win for the Cubs. It confirmed that this franchise has a player capable of taking over games against any opponent, on any stage. It's no surprise that excitement inside the organization has never been higher. Behind the scenes, the front office and coaching staff view Crow Armstrong as one of the cornerstones of both the present and the future of the franchise. The young player who once arrived surrounded by enormous expectations is no longer viewed as a prospect. Today, he's considered a proven star and an indispensable piece of the Cubs' championship ambitions. That confidence didn't develop overnight. Throughout the season, Crow Armstrong has continued to improve in every aspect of his game. His defense remains among the best in baseball, his speed completely changes the pace of a game, and his offensive growth has turned him into a constant threat every time he steps into the batter's box. That combination has transformed PCA into a complete player capable of impacting games in countless ways. It's exactly that kind of impact that continues to strengthen his case for the National League MVP award. Being the most valuable player is about much more than putting up impressive numbers. It means delivering in the biggest moments, making everyone around you better, and rising to the occasion when the pressure is at its highest. Against the Dodgers, Crow Armstrong did all of that in one unforgettable performance. Craig Counsell also deserves credit for this incredible development. From the very beginning, the Cubs manager believed in Crow Armstrong's potential, even when outside criticism and questions surfaced. The coaching staff trusted that, with time and consistent opportunities, Pete would become the player they always believed he could be. Today, that patience is paying off. There's still plenty of baseball left to be played, and the National League MVP race remains wide open. However, there are certain performances that completely change how a player is viewed over the course of a season. Crow Armstrong's masterpiece against the Dodgers has all the makings of being remembered as one of those defining moments. Now, the question is no longer whether he belongs in the MVP conversation. The real question is, who can stop Crow Armstrong from winning the National League MVP? If he continues playing at this level, the young star won't just help the Cubs chase a deep postseason run. He could finish the year holding one of baseball's most prestigious individual awards. Now it's your turn, Cubs fans. After this unforgettable performance, do you believe Crow Armstrong deserves to be considered one of the leading favorites for the National League MVP award? Yes or no? I want to know what Cubs fans really think about this. Leave your answer in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any Chicago Cubs news between now and the end of the season.